YCS Atlanta.
YouTube Dark Knight here, coming today with a little side deck video for you guys. First off, to start the video off, I'm going to say that I'm not going to say the Dark Knight here anymore because, well, I don't play on the Dark Knight profile ever anymore. I play on this profile. So, I mean, I'm going to probably start intros like episodes of light. Say, hey YouTube, episodes of light here. So, I just wanted to bring that up randomly. Alright, so this video is going to be side decking for Dark Worlds. Now, a lot of people say, Dark Worlds have no skill. Dark Worlds is game 1 deck, easily defeat game 2, but that's not true. However, you do need to know how to side for Dark Worlds. It isn't as easy for some decks to side, like with Fire Fish, you easily set up some traps or maxis, depending on your matchup, but with Dark Worlds, whatever card you start out, you're going to be minusing some speed and consistency, which is really bad. So, to start the video off, I'm going to see some side deck suggestion cards, some cards to put in your side deck and why, and then I'm going to kind of explain what this row down here is, and kind of explain like how to side just a little bit. Alright, so 3 Maxi, Maxi I think it's kind of needed in a side deck for Dark Worlds, because some decks like Curry and 6-7, really any deck that spams, Maxi dominates them, and some, you don't want to get behind. Maxi's a great card game 2, even game 3. And it's just, I believe it's needed in every Dark World side deck, regardless of anything. Then we have Raikou. Raikou is the Evil Swarm killer. Evil Swarm Ophion can't stop Raikou in any way. It's better than Fossil Dynamo, in my opinion, because they could, just some little moves they could make. I had to give an example, like they summon Evil Swarm cast and another Evil Swarm monster, then they attack. With Fossil Dynamo, well, don't destroy anything, and nothing special summon. But you have Raikou, you can easily destroy the other Evil Swarm monster. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I just like Raikou better. Also, if you hit trap cards, you hit Shadow Vision Mirror, Soul Drain, Macrocosmos, and all that stuff. Even though they're all limited, people still do run all as they can. So they run 1-dimensional vision, 1 Soul Drain, 1 Macrocosmos, and 3 Shadow Vision Mirrors. That's still 6 cards to side in versus Dark Worlds, and it's really bad. And Raikou easily eliminates those cards. Next up is Tragodia. A lot of people know I ran this last format. It combos Godlu and Maxi, because especially versus dragons, they summon like 8 dragons, not expecting Tragodia, and you go for a game. Summon this big beater, and they have no outs, so usually win their duel after that. It's not that strong this format though, because there's not that many spam decks. But if you're worried about spam decks, Tragodia is a very good card to side in. Next up, we have Trans Archery. This is really for mirror matches. Also, if you run Tragodia and Maxi, you're going to be siding out Drag Down most of the time. So you might want, Trans Archery is a good start outlet. In fact, I'm going to put this down here, Drag Down. I'll explain exactly what this is afterwards. So, alright, next MSC. MSC is vitally important for every single Dark World side deck there is. If you do not main deck MSC and Dark Worlds, you have to side it, because Shadow Vision Mirror, Slow Drain, Macrocosmos, you absolutely must have MSC, 3 MSC in your main or side deck. It is a necessity. You must have it. Next up is Debunk. Debunk is a nice card versus mirror matches. It hurts dragons, and it's just a nice little card that moves things from way. So you in a mirror match, you can easily get rid of Grappa or stop the snow. It's really inconvenient. But it is kind of expensive now, so if you spend a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh! And want to be competitive, then yeah, I recommend Debunk. However, if you're like me, don't want to spend a lot of money, they're better cards than Debunk. No, they're better, but they're equal substitutes for Debunk. Next up with Destinator. If you don't run Raikou because you don't like it's too slow, Destinator is a great card. Again, it destroys the cards to hurt Dark Worlds, Macro, whatever. It's in addition to Mystical Stage Weapon. So this is actually very good versus Fire Fist. Usually, fight Fire Fist game 2, they set like 3 or 4, maybe 5 back row, or 4 back row and 1 Tinky, something like that. It's quite common actually. So I like having Destinator versus that. I like maybe opening 2 MSC and a Destinator. It's not that bad at hand. You get rid of all the back row, and what Fire Fist at the back row, I mean they can spam, but almost doesn't like skill drain or just grappa. Grappa is big as hell, and you have a hard time getting rid of it. Next up, Full House. Full House is specifically for fire fists. Fire fists are extremely prevalent in this format. That's what I've come across recently. In Full House, you don't really dust. You select 2 face-up spell trappers on the field and 3 stat spell trappers on the field and destroy it. And that's so you go to meet the requirements. I mean, a lot of times fire fists don't have Tinky and Tensu and 3 back row. Use Full House, clear the entire field. You can also play something like Dust Tornado, then chain Full House, or use Full House on your gates and your gates. They're Tinky and 3 back row. So you just roll any cards on the field. So it's actually fairly useful versus Fire Fist. Pretty good card. It is pretty situational though. It's kind of a win or lose. If you get it off, you probably want to duel, but it can get dead. It can stay face down all duel. Do we have Mind Crush? Mind Crush is very... Dark Worlds love Mind Crush anyways because of the drag down. You don't main Mind Crush, siding it. It's a pretty good idea. It hurts Atlanteans, hurts Fire Fist, and it's just a good card to hurt any deck when coming with drag down. Just set in a couple Mind Crushes when you go first, and well, coming with drag down, you can just completely win the duel like that. Then we have Regeki Break. Regeki Break is again like an MSC and Destinator, only off of his monsters. It's a great card in the pinch. You have dead cards in your hand, like you have a dead MSC in your hand, and you don't have many back row. You can use Regeki Break on the monster. It's just a nice removal card. Then we have Reckless Greed. Now, Reckless Greed, you could side it in if you want some more speed, because I'll explain a little bit more on this later. But with Dark Worlds, you want to draw your sided cards fast. You might have some inconsistent hands, so you might want Reckless Greed to speed it up, so you can possibly draw your side deck cards. If you can find room, then definitely do it. But also, Reckless Greed is not great to side because it wastes room. It wastes 3 viable side deck spaces. Sorry about that, my camera cut off. But anyways, Reckless Greed is very effective. You have room in your side deck to put it in, add speed. But if you don't have room, don't try it out because it can make things worse. We have Rivalry Warlords. Rivalry is purely Evil Swarm killer. Like, Skill Drain does hurt Evil Swarms a lot, but sometimes it's not enough. Like, you summon Bro, has Skill Drain on the field, they can just play Pandemic to negate Skill Drain. Now you have a dead Bro on the field that can't do anything. All you can do is end your turn. Rivalry is different. Rivalry stops Ophidian being summoned at all. Also, Rivalry stops them. You don't have Ophidian, they can't summon any more monsters to beat you down with. So it's pretty effective card if you can, again, find room. Or if you're afraid of Evil Swarms, Rivalry is pretty good card. Then we have Royal Decree. Royal Decree is great for trap heavy decks like Fire Fist. It just shuts trap cards down, do whatever you want, and well, it stays there. You also try trap stun. Trap stun is only for 1 turn. It can't be MSC, which is a very, very good part of it. But Royal Decree, if you MSC Royal Decree, you can't MSC cards like Gates and Skill Drain. Well, you won't be running Skill Drain, you have Royal Decree, but they still can't MSC cards like Gates. So I mean, it's pretty decent. Attraction is also very effective. You just have to choose which one you would prefer in your deck, if any. Then we have Skill Drain. The rest of your Skill Drains should be in your side deck. If you don't run 3 Skill Drains main deck, then Skill Drain, the rest of them should be side deck because Skill Drain is very, very powerful in this format. I don't think anything else can be said about Skill Drain. Alright, for these cards down here, these are some of the cards you want to side out to side in some of these cards. I mean, you do not want to side out all your speed. That is very important. You do not want to side out all your upstart goblins, your traded, and your advantage draws. Because then you'll really be like sitting duck. You're not doing anything. You won't be able to draw your common pieces most likely. But you do want to side out some of it. If you do run Void, you like Void, side out them during game 2, like 80% of the time. Side out 1 day pieces. You can set out an advanced draw or 2 if you run it. You can set out an Malefic Stardust or 2 if you run them. Really don't set out a drag down unless you run Tragodia, and then even if, like, only time drag down you set in like 2 Tragodias, Trans Archeries, and Maxis. So drag down is still very good. except for fighting Fire Fist. Fire Fist likes the other cartridges used. That's a valid excuse to start drag down. But yeah, I usually keep it upside goblins. This is game 3 and going into time. And trade-ins, I usually have at least 2, depending on the build. If I run 3 trade-ins, I usually keep 2 in. And drag downs, I keep in unless I am playing a build with, Maxi, Tragodia, Trag, and Raika. Yeah, so I hope I explained that thoroughly. I guess that's really all it. We won't be doing any more videos until probably a day before the regionals. Go with testing, really, not worry about making videos, trying to get our deck to be, ready for the tournament. Not going to regionals. I meant to say ARG Circuit in Tennessee. We'll probably go in there. If we don't, we'll most definitely go to YCS Atlanta, because we live in Georgia. And that's really about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching it, and absence of